Give us your support during this game. We'd like to hear from you, and we appreciate it too. The money you pledge will go for more coverage of games like this one. Local games starring people you know. So call us at 609-883-6910. Seacrest will do the punting. The Hawks. And Froelich. And Hawks takes it from Froelich up the far side. Twists, turns, goes down. Moving across the 30. First and 10.
It was a nice return by Carteret. I'll tell you, Dick, we've seen some exciting punt returns and kickoff returns in these games.
The ball is spotted at the 32. Let's see what Carteret can do. McNellis, the quarterback. And straight up is Ray Trendecost, a 5'8", 175-pound senior. He gets 2. Second and 8. We're in the second quarter now. Live from Convention Hall in Atlantic City. Froelich and Trendecost rather, in the backfield. Picked off by Schultz. And Schultz is finally brought down by Andy Froelich. Dave Schultz from his linebacking position picked off that McNellis pass. And Bridgewater East has a fine opportunity coming up.
She's got a repeat on that, Dick. Schultz does a fine job backing up, moving right into the play. Right there to take it away.
That ball was intended for John Akaki. First and 10, or first and goal, rather, at the 8. And here goes Vanderbeek.
Oh, he looks there.
And easily makes it. Vanderbeek with great speed. And we'll take a look at Vanderbeek make his move again.
Here we go again. Good fake by the upbacks, just enough to hold the line in.
Boy, Jeff gets off fast, doesn't he?
He really does. Great speed. There he is, wide open, and just outruns the defender to the goal line. It's easy to see why he's produced 17 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards this year.
And going for the two-point conversion. They lead 12-0. They'd like to make it 14. Here's Sacco.
Better play.
Same thing. Same thing. Steve Sacco, number 26, runs the two-pointer in. So Bridgewater East 14, Carteret nothing, with 10:30 to play in the first half. We know you're enjoying the game, and we'd like to have a word with you for a moment. It's just one of the many college and high school sports broadcasts that you can see on Jersey Vision. On this station, you see Rutgers basketball, high school swimming. And if you appreciate all of this sports coverage, call us now to make a pledge. Your money will help us cover more events that are important to you. The number is 609-883-6910. And we understand the response this weekend has been tremendous, and we appreciate it greatly. Dan Wilbur will kick.
Bridgewater's got to be sky high now. It's
Froelich standing back there along with Bohack. Wilbur's kick. At about the 12 is Froelich. He gets nice yardage, gets up close to the 35.
Good return. The blocking formed very nicely. It was a cross pattern blocking right up the middle.
And Steve Sacco, of all people, on the stop.
Steve knows where to find the ball.
Steve's having his finest hour right now.
Yes, he is. He's doing a fine job tonight. Carteret's under the gun here now. They've got to start to move.
1st and 10 at their own 34. And whistles blow. Timeout, ref. And we'll tell you who the ref is. Harold Elliott from Glassboro. The umpire, Don Cook from Cherry Hill. The head linesman, Joe Capacetta, Haddon Township. Field judge is Larry Purdy from Edgewater Park. The official timer, Carol Gooch from Camden. Andy Froelich fights his way for a few. 2nd and 6.
Bridgewater's line has been pretty tough up the middle, Dick. If they're going to move, if Carteret's going to move, they're going to have to start to go to the outside, possibly to the air.
The ball at the 38-yard line. And hitting the middle was Froelich. He was grabbed by Andy Voss. Illegal procedure against Carteret. So we'll move back 5. And it'll be 2nd and 11. Bridgewater East with a 14-0 lead. 9:20 to play in the first half. Dick Landis here with Cosmo Iacovazzi. It's Froelich, and I think he lost the ball.
Got a fumble there.
Froelich fumbles the ball. Recovered by Carteret.
Well, Carteret comes up with it, and Jeff Koch was in on that one. Defensive tackle. I think to a degree I've been as impressed with some of the defensive linemen and secondary people I've seen out here this weekend. It's a very impressive people.
Some big guys out there, Dick, and they move well. They've got good speed.
3rd and 11. The throw is McNellis, and down he goes under the rush, led by Rich Scholbraid.
Dick, I'm not sure if he tripped over the grass or over his own teammate on that one.
4th down, punting situation. Dropping back will be Sacco and Vanderbeek. McNellis will do the punting. And he'll punt probably from about his 15. There it goes. Nice kick. Very, very nice kick. Driving Sacco back almost to the 35, but he's going to get nice yardage. He's going to come up across the 50. And it looks like a late hit on number 86. Jim Molnar on that late hit.
Bridgewater's in great field position again, Dick.
First. And you'll see it.
Yeah.
Let's quickly look at it.
I think he'll be coming in right now.
There it is,
you go, right there, yeah.
And you can't do that, folks.
That's right.
1st and 10. Here's Sechrist. Boy, I'll tell you, he runs wide open. He gets to the 29. 2nd and 6.
You know, Bridgewater has a nice balanced backfield there, Dick. A big man like Sechrist to get you up the middle yardage. A man like Vanderbeek to go around the ends. Very well balanced. Not to mention Wolf was blocking for them.
Right, out of the power eye.
Power eye blocker.
There's Vanderbeek now. He gets his turn. And he's grabbed by Joe Urcolino, Pat Kelman. 3rd and 1 at the 25.
There's our field crew again, putting replays.
Field crew has their work cut out for him
really
right
do.
there. It looks like a bunch of throw rugs on the concrete, but they'll do it. You watch it. It'll fall right in place like a puzzle.
Now, it hasn't seemed to affect the game much, Dick, but
No,
with
it
the grass
hasn't.
moving like that, it's got to be affecting their traction. It's got to cut down on the power of the backs.
And
They
we're
have
not
nothing
just
to grip.
saying that either. It really has not affected
Right.
the game that much.
They've really adjusted well.
On the keep for the first down is Wilbur.
Wilbur refuses to go down.
The thing that impresses me, Kaz, is the tremendous second effort by these Bridgewater East ball players. It takes a lot to bring them down.
Yes, it really does. I think it's got to be attributed also to their coach, George Greiner, who puts it into them. You don't go down the first time. You struggle.
1st and 10 at the Carteret 23. Bridgewater East on the move, and they're up 14-0. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. The big man, Vanderbeek. To the 20, just inside the 20. The khaki on the stop, and we'll make it 2nd and 7.
Nothing fancy by Bridgewater, just good, basic, hard-hitting, fundamental football.
We talked to the coaches before the game, and this is what George Greiner told us. He said, I have a good ground game, and by golly, I'll use it with backs like Vanderbeek and Sechrist and Wolf blocking. And there's Vanderbeek again, and he moves quickly through the hole. And I mean quickly. Corolla rather in there on the stop. 3rd and 4. This is for the Central Jersey Group 3 title. Running out of that power eye. Sechrist breaks through the middle.
Over and over again, Dick. Just fine blocking. Beautiful hole. Let's take a replay on that, Dick. Good quick start by Sechrist. He's awful quick start. Look at that hole.
Ed Sandora did a nice job on blocking.
Yes, he did.
The center. 6-foot senior in there. So it's 1st and goal for the Minutemen. And Wilbur will keep it. And he's tough to bring down. About 3 or 4 people got hands on him. Rustemeyer. Finally, Corolla in there.
You know, Wilbur's only 5'9", 165. I'd hate to think what would happen if he were 205 pounds, 210. It'd take 11 people to bring him down.
2nd and goal at the 4. 4 minutes to play in the first half. The Minutemen on the move. There goes Sechrist. And he's grabbed by Ken Hundeman, and we'll see who else gets up off the ground. Pat Kelman coming up from his halfback position. So the ball sits just shy of the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal.
Carteret's going to have to dig in.
And they just sent a few people in to bolster that defense.
I think we got a timeout here.
Don Humphrey came in on the defensive unit. Timeout as Joe Urcolino runs to the far sideline to talk to his coach.
So far, it's been Bridgewater's game, their style of ball, a very tough ground control running ball game, and it's been theirs.
There you see it, 14-0 East. Having some sort of a discussion down on the field. The officiating's been very good during the series. a nice crowd tonight. Great atmosphere here at Convention Hall. There you see it. And it's as big as it looks, let me tell you. It's quite an experience doing a game inside this vast building. And the number 883-6910. Give us a call. We'd like to have your pledge. Third down, third and about a yard and a half for the touchdown. Here's a flip to Vanderbeek. Look at him get away. Oh,
great effort.
Jeff Malovets, I think, finally brought him down. Now watch him ricochet off the defender.
He's gotten dead to rights here by the defender. Great play by the defender, by the way.
What instinct. Look at that.
Just spins away. That's right, Dick. Instinct. That's what it is. Just great running.
Bouncing off Urcolino. So it's fourth and a yard to go for a TD. And I'll bet you I know what they're going to do, Kaz. Sechrist. I didn't really think they were going to do that.
No, actually, I thought they were going to pitch out too.
Right,
sure
right.
The same as you.
I thought we were going to have a pitch.
Well, it's a disappointment Bridgewater did not get in, but Carteret's in a very tough position right now.
I thought Sechrist was over. Maybe we can see that again. I don't know. We'll possibly have that replayed.
It's extremely close. It's just about right on that goal line.
Okay, first and 10 at their own goal line.
Carteret. They're just going to have to give themselves some running room.
Putting his head down is McNellis. Gets out maybe to the 2. Clock ticking down, 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And you just saw a fine goal line stance by Carteret. And that defensive unit that made that goal line stance is known as the Wolfpack. And the offensive unit of Carteret is known as the Roadrunners. Let's see what the Roadrunners can do with 2nd and 8. Oh, that was kind of scary.
That was a dangerous play. That's right.
Kind of scary for Mr. McNellis.
Yeah, it's tough in a situation like this. There's really not much you can do but run straight up just to give yourself some running room. Possibly try a pass if you feel you're going to get the protection.
Fred Coons made the stop. Clock ticks away at 1:18. 14-0. East leads it. Third and 7. Breaking a nice run, Leroy Hawks.
Good move by Hawks. I think
Leroy
he did get the first down.
Leroy's very close to the first down, just over the 10. I'm sure we'll have a measurement. Give you a little rundown. Bridgewater East finishing the season 8-1 this year. Also Carteret 8-1. Okay, first down Carteret with 48 seconds remaining in the first half.
First and 10. Timeout, Carteret.
Well, the Roadrunners have called a timeout. Guys, I think we'd have to say that we were very impressed before game time talking with the two fine coaches of these teams, Jim Gilrain of Carteret and George Greiner of Bridgewater East.
That's right, Dick. Both coaches are fine guys. They certainly know their football, but just as importantly, maybe even more so, they know their players as individuals. Their boys, as they call them. And I think it's typical of the coaching we've seen in this whole tournament. It's been excellent coaching from a technical point of view. And at the same time, they take care of their boys. They're concerned about them.
First and 10. And let's call it the 11-yard line. Humphrey is split wide to the right. In the slot is Amsler. And McNellis is going to throw the bomb, and boy, does he ever. And who almost picked it off but Ted Haas. He was looking for Humphrey, Don Humphrey. There's Don, running back number 3. Excellent receiver, and I'm sure you'll see him before this night is over hauling a few.
I think you saw a fellow by the name of Sacco down there too. He's in the play. He's in most plays.
Steve Sacco, 35 tackles on the year.
Yeah, excellent defensive player.
2nd and 10. 42 seconds remaining in the first half. John McNellis. On the delay to Froelich. Andy Froelich. He's at about the 18 with that carry. And a timeout is called by Carteret.
That was a good call. Gain yardage on Dick. It's late in the first half. If Carteret's going to do anything, of course, they're going to have to pass, and Bridgewater knows that too. So they've loosened up on defense. A play like that's a good counter call play, but it's probably not going to go all the way.
Well, we saw a good game this morning at 10 o'clock. We saw Sterling, a tough ball club, and they were extended quite a bit by Woodrow Wilson of Camden. Sterling did win it, but Woodrow Wilson was in it all the way, let me tell you. And then this afternoon, you probably saw Morristown, powerful Morristown, fine-looking ball club, beating Bloomfield. And at this point in the weekend, Bridgewater East is up 14-0 over Carteret. 32 seconds to play in the first half. 3rd and 2. And McNellis will keep it. He's hit hard at the 30. Wowee.
I don't want to tell you by who, Dick.
Sacco.
Sacco's done a fine job. He hits. He sticks.
You know, Steve Sacco had 6 interceptions on the year, Kaz, and that's quite impressive.
It's quite impressive, along with the tackles. And you know, defense, they say they want guys who have a nose for the ball. And I think you've got to say Sacco has a nose for that ball. They just know where to be, and they're there at the right time.
And you'll see Steve Sacco on offense too. He ran the 2-point conversion in on the last touchdown for Bridgewater East. 24 seconds on the clock. And it's 1st and 10 at the 30. You know, John McNellis is showing a lot of poise out here now. The junior quarterback started down on his goal line, and in a relatively short period of time has gotten out to the 30.
So I think he's been the key to their offense, Dick. He went for almost 1,000 yards in total offense.
Of course, the prevent defense is on, waiting for that bomb. Oh, boy, I'll tell you, Mitch Mraz breaking in from his middle guard position, dumping Hawks. 15 seconds to go in the first half.
With the defense,
sizable loss. We'll call it 2nd and 20.
Dick, I was going to say, with the defense that Bridgewater was in, it's very difficult to get a pass off. The deep safeties are back a good 20, if not 30 yards. Obviously, they're expecting a long pass.
They're all back there, Sacco and Haas and Brophy. All right, on the delay, here's Froelich. And he gets some ground back. Let's take a look at Andy again.
It's actually a good play to call. There's only 3-man front. They're split pretty wide. Nice hold. Good moves by the runner. It's tough to break one like that all the way, but you can get some good yardage from it.
6 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 8. And it runs out. Okay. At halftime,
I think they might be calling him back, Dick. I'm not sure.
they're going to call him back. Apparently, there's some discussion on a penalty.
Bridgewater's left the field. Carteret is still there.
Come on back, fellas.
Carteret wants to play. They don't want to go in. Yeah, I think they're going to call him back and run off one more play.
I think there was a foul up with a clock. I'm not too sure, but
Yeah.
with only a few seconds left. Dick Landis and Cosmo Iacovazzi here on a weekend in December in Atlantic City. We've had fantastic weather down here, making our families jealous, I guess, to think that we're basking in nice weather here in Atlantic City and enjoying football. All right, we'll have one more play. George Greiner a little hot. And George is a mild-mannered fella, I want to tell you.
Yes, he is. He was all set to bring his guys inside, start talking a little bit.
George is out on the field. He wants to watch it. So Carteret will try one more. And that's it. Whatever that all meant.
Technically, you have to go by the rules, Dick. Whatever the rules say.
I'm as confused as you are. Well, anyhow, it's finally halftime, and it's 14-0. Bridgewater Raritan East. And in the rushing department, we'll just hit you with this. Paul Budline just slipped this piece of paper in front of me. In the rushing department, Carteret with 31 yards and Bridgewater East with 122. And Vanderbeek has had 57 of those 122. Carteret 1 for 4 in passing for 20 yards and 2 interceptions. Bridgewater East 0 for 1. And we take the halftime break.